All right, I must have ran out of storage space right when I was going into. The Lord doesn't like me to be overly proud, and that's probably why He cut me off. But I have a feeling there's a place for me going forward. So I was talking about the abundance in the branch, but I'm just going to keep going. I'm not sure exactly where I was at, but we'll build the temple of the Lord. And man, it hurts. It hurts when you're on a roll and you get thrown off. Oh. So, verse 13, and he shall build the temple of the Lord, and he shall bear the glory, and shall sit and rule upon his throne. And he shall be a priest upon his throne, and the council of peace shall be between them both. I already looked that up. And between them both, that means priests and kings. I went into that a couple lessons back, and that's part of why, if you really want to learn, you have to be here every day, because this is the way I learn. My testimony is that I've been doing this a long time, and the men of GMS try and say that if you didn't come up under them, that you have no power, and that's where they're fucking all wrong. I went into that a couple days ago too. They need to have some more personal testimony, because you could come out of nowhere right now, and I think that's why the Lord said there'll be a lot of false prophets in the last days, because if a man told you, if you're a black man, and all of a sudden you find out you're Israel, right? But the Lord really doesn't want you to be saved, but you want to be saved. He might make you follow these GMS boys and become a disciple of GMS. And that's what we're starting to see, is they're, still love women. I just don't love their spirit. Nothing better than holding a woman and actually kissing her and loving her. But back to the point, and being turned on by her at the same time, even better. Peace. Where was I? Talking about rulership mentality and anyway, I'll just get back into the message. Whatever I was saying, you know what I mean is that, the testimony. You gotta have nuts to actually. You've got to be being worked with the Lord to know what it's like to be a man of the Lord. It's a wonderful thing, but at the same time, you're hated in this place. And I found out recently that I can no longer deal with a woman in any other way than my way or the highway. And that's how it's going to be, unless he sends some kind of devil angel that's so beautiful that I can't resist. But anyway, so he's going to rule both as priest and king. He's the branch. He's the one where all the abundant fruit comes from. And here's the meat of the lesson where I kind of left off. I looked at the phone and I was like, why do I have a feeling it shut off? I'm going to look again because I don't know. Still there. Right on. So this is the meat of the lesson. Verse 14 of Zechariah. And the crown shall be to Helam and to Tobijah and to Jedaiah and to Hen, the son of Zephaniah, for a memorial in the temple of the Lord. So when it talks about a memorial, that is the word in song. It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like some kind of pillar or statue or something like that. But see, in the temple, there are no idols. So the memorial is the word being sung in worship to Yahushua for making us, Israelites, part of the family. We are singing the family song. It's a memorial. It's a family song that we sing. That's why no one out here can understand it. And that's why when I'm sitting here telling you this, it doesn't really matter to me anymore. I'm starting to figure out, I really love people for the most part. And I really love my people. I'm starting to realize there's a difference. So people in general, I'm starting to realize, you know what? My Lord doesn't like you, so I don't really like you either. But if you show the Spirit and you can sing the song, I love you because you are my family. So that being said, and the crown shall be to Helam and to Tobijah and to Jedediah and to Hen, the son of Zephaniah, for a memorial in the temple. And I'm just gonna stop right there and do the lesson, because the next verse really throws it. Maybe this is the way the Lord wanted me to do it. That's why he cut it off. Man, my ears I feel like I just came down from the mountains or something. So I looked into, there's Horn Guy. I looked into hen. I don't know if I mentioned it, but there was a hen in the pictures that I took of the clouds, and I mean, you could see the hen really clear. And I'm not going to try and convince you, because like Joy, I'm just going to use her name, Joy always said, it's for you, it's probably for you. And that's the way I'm starting to see it now. All those pictures were revelation to me as a testimony, so that by the time I get here, I'll know the facts, the truth, and the light. So the picture had a hen in it, right? And so that's why I'm going into hen, because somehow I'm related to this memorial, this line of singers. And it goes back to Asaph. Psalm 73 was written by Asaph. He was the head singer under David. And I'm not going to boast on myself. I'm just going to say the lessons will teach you who you are. If you've been in this long enough, you will have a testimony. And my testimony is that this isn't yesterday thing. This isn't these guys from GMS. Oh, I know what I was talking about. How does a nigga find out he's Israel and come into under GMS? If the Lord doesn't want him, he's going to fall right back out. And so GMS is creating a bunch of little antichrists with their bullshit little gang that they have. And I'll listen to some of them, but I'm starting to see the difference in spirit between some of these guys, these men. They are diluting their own message to a certain extent, because there's very little testimony except from the men that are in charge, and they need to, I don't know what they need to do. They need to clean up their act, because they're looking pretty stupid right now with their little gang mentality scriptural. GMS, gang mentality scriptural. Call me out, GMS. You know what? They won't touch me. They won't touch me. The one guy from GMS Bible Teachers 7, he tried to say some shit to me. I called him right out and said, do a lesson. It was about flat earth. And you know what? I've been asking these fuckers all week, which one of you is going to tell me about biblical cosmology? Come on. Put me out there, man. Put me out there. I'm waiting for them to put me out there. I'm calling them out. They won't put me out there. So something's going on right there. So that verse right there. And the crowns shall be to Helam and to Tobijah and to Jedediah and to Hen, the son of Zephaniah, for a memorial in the temple of the Lord. We have a certain vibration. We have a certain tone. We have a certain rhythm, frequency. And that frequency is going to be in the temple. Whatever it is. But it's going to be in praise to Yahushai. So I looked up the Septuagint. I looked up what it meant to be hen. Slakia, brothers. I'm starting to lose it because doing it twice is tough. Hen means favor or favored. It also means gracious, and there's a bunch of names that also come under the name Han. So it's like in reincarnation, a lot of these people were of that same frequency, vibration, rhythms, and tone, right? So up on top it says, and go in the house of Josiah, son of Zephaniah. So Josiah is Hen. Josiah is gracious, from what I can tell. I don't think there's anywhere else in the Bible where it says Zephaniah had 3 sons, one Josiah, one Hen, and one Bala or whatever, So I'm pretty sure that, being that it says Josiah, son of Hen in verse 10, and then it says and to Hen, the son of Zephaniah. He's gracious because he's like that scripture I said, the Lord would have gathered you, O Jerusalem, like a hen gathers his chicks, but you would not be gathered. So that's why I believe I have spiritual ties to Hen, because that's the way I feel. I'm trying to gather people, but there's no one to be gathered because no one's coming under the wing of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. So, to finish it off, this is a good lesson if you understand testimony and you understand we're in a timeline for a reason. There's a reason the Lord made time, and I've gone into this before too. And see, that's why it's so hard to teach these things, because there's so much to teach, and to make it simple, I'm not a simpleton. I know a lot of these things. So the timeline, there can't be prophecy without time. So the timeline, he says this will happen, that'll happen. In that day, he says a lot in that day. So anyway, the Septuagint, in the original language, it read, the crowns shall be for endurance and for availment and for insight and for the grace of the son of Zephaniah. So, Hen means grace or favor, right? Helam means endurance. Tobijah means availment. Jediah means insight. Great information right there. The crown shall be for Helam, who means he endures. They will be for Tobijah. He'll be available. Jediah, who will have the insight. And for Hen, the grace of the son of Zephaniah. And for grace, you need endurance, you need to be available, you need to have insight, and you need to have favor with Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, to do this. And this is the next verse. And they that are far off shall come and build in the temple of the Lord. I got to have faith that somehow I'm gathering. I got to have faith that this grace that I have, this favor, this insight, this endurance, this availability is going to And they that are afar off shall come and build in the temple of the Lord, and you shall know that the Lord of armies has sent me unto you. And this shall come to pass if you will diligently obey the voice of the Lord your power. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Do you think I just made all that up? Do you think I'm so smart? I'm so tricky. I'm so devilish that I could make that whole lesson up? I'm coming to you so that you'll turn back from this place and find grace through your endurance, your availability, and your insight. Do you have the insight? Can you see insight? Can you see inside your soul? Can you? It's that time. It's time. This fucking shit's ending. Don't fuck around. So what? I'm gonna keep warning you till the end. Warning, warning. Hen, the son of Zephaniah, is about ready to get his crown. Endurance, insight, availability, and favor. Shalom, Israel. Till the next one, JD Naja out.